There are not a lot of big names available at the moment with regards to maybe coming in at United. The one name that keeps being brought up is Zinedine Zidane. Where do you stand on this? Does this fit United at all, Zidane? And does, United fit Zidane? Does that make sense?
No. I mean, I must admit, I don't fully see the logic behind this, except for one very basic thing. It's Zidane. It's Zidane. It's a very big name. It's a guy who's won the last 3 Champions Leagues. I think we've seen, on this point at least, I think that it's probably fair to support Mourinho up to a point in that we've seen that institutional level, in terms of some of the decisions that Ed Woodward's made, in terms of some of the decisions that have been made that are out of Mourinho's hands, some of those are baffling, and that then leads into this in that you can see this Manchester United in this institutional state turning to Zidane, not necessarily thinking about how well he fits, how well he can engage with the players, what kind of response he can get, but, it's Zinedine Zidane. And so while on the face of it, this isn't something that completely wins me over, and for what it's worth, I also think that he wants a year out, but, if United...
So why is there no logic, Sid? Why is there no logic?
So on the face of it, I don't see it.
Why is there no logic? No logic for who? No logic for Zidane and no logic for United?
I don't see... Yeah, I don't see the logic of a manager that doesn't speak English. I don't see the logic of a manager with no real connection to Manchester United. No, that's not in itself absolutely decisive. I don't necessarily see the logic of a manager of the characteristics that Zidane has had in this Manchester United team. I mean, Zidane inherited a far more talented squad of players at Real Madrid than he would get at Manchester United. So there's bits of it that don't fit for me. But as I say, with this United, I can sort of believe it. I can believe that they would think, big name, that'll do. And it does sometimes feel like that is all they are driven by, that there's very little thought gone into a lot of what Woodward seems to be doing.
This goes back to some of the things we talked about probably a couple of months ago with Zidane. And Sid touched on it there. He's got all these trophies, but he inherited a very good team. OK, it was having a downturn with Benitez in charge. And then he was hugely successful, particularly in Europe. But, you're laying... If United do go down a different line, different route in a few months or whatever it is, are we saying that job wouldn't interest any of the top guys? It's one of the biggest clubs in the world. And by the way, you would be putting it on the line, taking this United job, because you're now fighting Liverpool, you're now fighting Man City, who look great, you're probably fighting Chelsea, Tottenham. It would be a real test. And one in which a very much more experienced manager than Zinedine Zidane is struggling. Yeah. Or is struggling to win the fans over at the moment and beat Man City. So he would be laying it on the line, and he either wants a challenge, some of these managers want a challenge, or they don't.